This is Early Reading, Developing Understanding. The book I've chosen is Duck in the Truck by Jez Albrecht. What we're looking at here is understanding what the story is actually about and checking that the children actually understand what's happening and why it's happening. The basis of this story is that there's a duck who gets stuck in the muck. Now a number of people come and help him. There's a frog, and then there's a goat, a sheep comes along, and beg your pardon, there's a goat comes on a little bit later, who also tries to help the duck. And there's a goat with its boat. They all try and help the duck. But once the duck has been helped, off it goes, leaving all those people who tried to help him stuck in the muck. There's the duck disappearing down and away. So, there's two elements to understanding the story. The first is to understand the key facts. These are the questions that you obviously need to ask. It's usually called the 5 W's in H. Here we've got the first 4 W's. Who, what, where, when, and how. Those are the questions you need to ask your child who you're working with. And there's two skills that they really need to be able to use. First is skimming. This is really about finding the place and understanding the story chronology. So if you ask them one of the fact questions, like who was the first person to help the duck, they would have to skim the story to the first time any character came to help the duck. Now they should be looking at the beginning of the book to find this frog. There he is. There's the frog coming through here, and that's using skimming. They have to understand how the chronology of the story and how it all pulls together. If you ask the second, who was the second person to help, then they'd look for the frog and go past them, past the frog, and they'd soon get that sheep. So, skimming, very important skill. Looking for the facts. What was the duck stuck in? Where was the duck stuck? When was it in the day? How did the different animals try and help the duck? Very important skill. Finding the facts. In all of these situations, you can also scan for an exact word. You could ask, what did the goat say? Or what did the goat do? This one, you're looking for the word goat. Here's the word goat. So you're scanning through the sentences looking for goat. A better question in this case would be, what was the goat's plan? So you'd be scanning for goat and plan, and the children would be looking through to find that specific word. So skimming and scanning are very, very important. Once you've got the factual elements of the story clear, you then need the more complex questions and understanding the implied meaning. And that's really involved with why questions. So, the obvious question here is, why did the duck disappear without helping all the other animals? What's being implied by the author? Why did the author leave you with all of these animals who are so helpful being stuck in the muck? We're beginning to understand that the duck was actually quite selfish. He was only interested in getting home and really didn't care too much about the other animals. Once children can read fluently and apply their phonics, they need to be thinking about understanding more deeply. They're using skimming and scanning. They're moving on to the all-important why questions, why characters do what they do, to demonstrate their deeper understanding of the story, and particularly what the author is trying to imply about those different characters. This is early reading, developing understanding.